It was a great home win for us. Every game right now matters, obviously. That's an understatement. So for us to go out there and continue to take care of business, 3 wins in a row against one of the better teams in the NBA, in my opinion. They're 12-4 in their last 16 games. And this was also a weird game, in my opinion. We'd come out on a run, they'd call a timeout, they'd go on a run. We'd call a timeout, we'd go on a run. It was nobody could get any real consistency into the game, but obviously Nikola had a great night. Will Barton was phenomenal from the jump ball all the way through the end, and we were able to pull it out.
Did you see your team try to respond and battle those teams making runs? I heard you speak upon that in the huddles.
Yeah, we did. I mean, every time they'd go on a run again, we'd call timeout and talk about, we can't keep on trading baskets. We have to execute better. We got to take care of the ball. We have to get back. We won the game, but we didn't do a lot of things really well tonight. Let's be honest. They scored 25 points in transition. We had 16 turnovers for 26 points. So we'll take the win, because right now that's all that matters. That's all that matters is a win. But we have to be better with 4 games to go than what we're playing right now in certain areas of the game.
Coach, how have you seen Torrey Craig continue to develop throughout these games?
Well, you can kind of see his confidence growing. I mean, the more opportunity he gets to go out and play in these meaningful minutes, big moments. I never see him afraid or intimidated. I see him going out there and playing his game, looking to be aggressive. And experience for him is going to be a great teacher. And I think every game he's a little bit better because of all the experience that he's getting. So big fan of Torrey's, as you all know, and I think he's helping us win meaningful games when it counts.
Coach, you mentioned Will Barton, and what a contributor. He's played a key role with Gary Harris out.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about his contribution tonight. 10 boards from a guard. Take that every night, right?
Well, yeah, it's back-to-back games with 10 boards. I mean, he had 10 boards the other night against Milwaukee. So that's why I think Will is so valuable. Whether he's coming off the bench or a starter, he can impact the game in so many ways. He's not a specialist. He's a guy that can score. He can facilitate. He can guard. I think he did a really good job tonight guarding Oladipo, who's a tough guy to guard. And then his rebounding. And, he impacted the game in numerous ways, got us off to a great start, and obviously made some big plays down the stretch as well. So Will Barton's a heck of a talent.
How often do you have to push the buttons for focus during the course of a game? More than you should be during this portion of the season, do you think?
No, I mean, we're such a young team. It's not like we're playing a lot of proven vets out there. So yeah, I mean, with young players that are second-year players, third-year players, that's part of being young. And constantly reminding them to focus and have discipline. Discipline is a word that we use a lot. And obviously with 3 wins in a row, we're doing a good job of it for the most part. But my job is never done.
Is there a sense that you couldn't have hurdle your playoff run?
We just won another game. I mean, obviously, I told our team before the game we're in a great spot because we control our own destiny. We don't have to rely on all these other people. What a great feeling with 4 games to go, knowing you control your destiny. And that's how we approach it. It's been 1 game at a time the whole year. And now with 4 games to go, the biggest game of the season now is Thursday night against a division opponent who we're fighting with in Minnesota. We've lost 2 tough games to them. We have an opportunity to get one of those games back on Thursday night. And looking forward to a packed house and a great environment.
Does Paul's performance in the 4th quarter kind of show what you guys were missing with him out? 2 huge blocks, clutch baskets, the ability to turn some of these games that might be tighter than they need to be and stretch them out a little bit?
Yeah, I think, and I've seen at least 3 games in a row now, Matt, where Paul is proving his worth. For him to miss 44 games, take a while to get his rhythm back, take a while for us to get our rhythm back with him. Paul has settled down. We have settled down with him, and he goes out there and gets 4 blocks in the game, 7 boards, 4 assists. He had a hard time finishing around the basket at times tonight, but it's great knowing you have a veteran, a proven veteran out there that can help kind of calm things down when you need so.
It seemed like Nikola Jokic was in the passing lanes quite a bit tonight. What did you think of his defensive play throughout the game tonight?
Yeah, I like it. Everybody's on point. Everybody wants to ask a question tonight. This is fun. I thought early on, Nikola and their team, TJ, we had great activity. First half, I think we had 6 steals, 9 deflections, and we were getting runouts because of that. Active hands, high hands, enabled us to get some steals and transition points. And that's one thing about Nikola. He may not be the most athletic guy in the world, but he has a high IQ. He's got great hands and great anticipation. And obviously, I think he showed that many times tonight.
The stretch he's had on offense from that Dallas game through now, shooting, playmaking, setting others up, where does that stretch just rank in what you've seen him do over the past 3 years?
I mean, I've said it before, and he won't get any recognition end of the season, but what he does every single night and how efficiently he does it, there's not many players that do that. And obviously, he's Nikola Jokic. We're Denver, so nobody's going to talk about it. But he's an incredible player, and we ask him to do so much for this team as a third-year player, trying to carry this team. And he doesn't bitch, he doesn't groan, he accepts it, he embraces it, and he goes out and does it almost every night at a very high level. So if you look at his numbers right now, Harrison, the numbers are a joke. I mean, like, break down his numbers. Scoring, rebounding, playmaking, and the efficiency in which he's doing so, I look forward to coaching him for a long, long time.
Matt mentioned, obviously, Paul's play down the stretch, but the runs back and forth, they cut it to 2, then you guys went on a 9-0 spurt. Just maybe besides Paul's play, what did you see kind of click to sort of put the game away? I know it got a little bit tight there with the free throws and stuff.
Yeah, well, I saw Will Barton step up and make some big plays. Yeah. We got into the bonus early in that quarter, which is something that we always try to do, win the free throw game. Nikola made some big baskets like he always does. Right now Jamal Murray's down on himself because he didn't shoot the ball well. And I reminded him pretty quickly, I said, you're not just a shooter. You had 7 assists tonight. You did a good job in other areas of the game, but we were able to withstand their run. They cut it to 2, and guys stepped up. We executed. Paul made some big plays. Will, Nikola, and we got a big win. I also want to make sure I point out, Wilson Chandler. It wasn't easy for him to play tonight. For those of you athletes out there, there's not many of you. When you play with a mask first game back, it is very hard, and I think you saw that in that first half. He finally kind of found his rhythm in that second half, saw the ball go in a little bit, and I admire him coming out and playing as hard as he did tonight.
Coach, how much do you, obviously everybody knows what's on the line and you start hot tonight, and I know thanks to Will Barton, but how much of the conversation between you and your team is how much every single possession matters down the stretch here?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a part of the conversation, but the other side of that coin is have fun, embrace it. Like, we're not playing with pressure. Hopefully when you guys are watching us play right now, we're not playing as a team that's tight, that's afraid to make a mistake. Because I think if we come out and start playing like that, and it's really a fine line to your point, because every possession does matter, I agree. But we can't play like it's life and death, because we're going to die a lot. You know what I mean? The way we play, how free we play, we're going to turn the ball over times. We're going to make mistakes. We're young. But I want our guys to play free, to enjoy and embrace the moment and what we're involved in right now. And I think a lot of other teams right now are playing tight with pressure on them. Not us. We're just going out there playing, having fun. We've been great at home this year. Our fans have been great at home this year, and hopefully that continues on Thursday night.
One more. Is Thursday the biggest game since you were hired 3 years ago for this franchise?
I would say Thursday's the biggest game because it's the next game. And I know that's cliche. I know you're going to say that's coach speak, but tonight was the biggest game of the year. We handle it. So now you move on to the next one. Obviously, with us playing Minnesota twice and controlling our own destiny, division opponent, of course. But I'm just going to maintain our same mindset. The next game of the season is our biggest game of the season, and it just happens to be Minnesota.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, everybody.